All right, hey everybody. This is Eric from TopFlight Trades. It is Tuesday night, February 24th, and this is the Tuesday night happy hour. Sorry for this is a little bit late tonight. I had a dinner engagement tonight, so I did post something a little bit earlier, and I wanted to come back here now and kind of talk a little bit about some of the trades we're looking at today. Actually, we don't have a lot of trades today. There was one trade we got out of today, which was OTEX, O-T-E-X. We stopped out of today. So, yeah, that's that. So we stopped out at 5% on that, which is fine. I think did not move the direction that I certainly hoped it would and wanted it to. And even if it does turn around tomorrow, I'm just not liking the way it's playing on this right now. So we're out of that one, which is fine because that puts more cash aside for some better trades. So far of the 53 stocks we've played this year in 2015, of the 53, that's the 11th that we've stopped out of, which is just 20% approximately. So that leaves 41, 42 still in play. So that's awesome. So we got a lot of stocks that are still in play and still making us money. So if you hadn't had a chance, go over to the TopFlightTrades.com, go to the premium tables, and you can see all of our stock picks. First one came about on January 2nd, and we get several a week, and yeah, and we have their entries, the stops, the targets, and their performance to date. So check that out. Also, if you go to that, you'll see some of our picks from previous months back in 2014 as well, and certainly have a ton of winners there as well. So pretty much what I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to kind of go over the list here and see how our stocks perform today, how the markets perform, kind of the same thing we usually go through. So we also have several stocks that are looking to get at the make our premium picks list. So those are the ones I want to kind of keep an eye on because there are some that are very close. I thought they'd hit today, but they really didn't. So again, I was expecting probably 6 or 7 stocks today to graduate from the watch list to the premium picks list, but just didn't make it. So let's go check that out. All right, let me jump on over to the charts here. Excuse me. All right, the first stock we're going to look at here, if I can pull it on up. Okay, anyways, this is AMBA. But let me jump on over real quick. Let's take a look and see how the markets did today. Okay, so this is the S&P. So you can see here last week we broke above into new highs, and we're plugging away just fine. So that's what we want to see. Just for the record here, so you know this green line here is our 13-day EMA, exponential moving average. Down here's a 50 moving average, 100-day, and this purple's 200-day. This light peach-colored one here is a 5-day EMA. Again, I just throw it on there. I really don't rely on it for anything, but we are holding that, so that's kind of good. So, anyways, that's the S&P, looking good there. And here's the NASDAQ. Same thing. We're definitely moving forward today on this one. This one's up another 0.1% today, and still under 5,000. And then we have the Dow. Now, the Dow is definitely the weaker of the three, but we are in a new higher ground right now. So where we close today at 18,209. So let's get a quick look at some of our stocks here and see what our best performers of the day were. And again, as we go through these, I'm not going to go through every one, but the ones that have, I'll point them out to you. The ones that have our trading plans on them are the ones that we're already in. The ones that do not, like AMBA here, we're not in yet. Okay, so AMBA, look in here. This one is close. What I'd really like to see of the AMBA, it's not exact yet, but I have this blue line here. This is a resistance area that we had previously, about 58. It's kind of sloppy through here, but I would definitely love to see it, get above that. Of course, just 3 days ago, we were down here, and that was kind of my target, was at least let this climb back up to this area and start to make newer highs. So really, you could say, our new high here would probably almost be a 59. If I wanted to be even more conservative there, I could say, give me that area. So kind of depends how tomorrow plays out. If we have another big green strong candle here tomorrow, we're above this, then we're making new highs, and I would say this could be a go. We also have earnings in 6 days. So keep an eye on that. Oh, by the way, AMBA was up 5.17% today. Next up, MTSI. We're not in this one. With this one, I would like to see it. You can see the blue line there is about 35.48. So I would love to see it close up above 35.80, 90, somewhere in there, 85.90. Really want to play it safe. We'll let it close above 36. It's not very far to go. But I'll have a plan together for that. But that's pretty much what I'm waiting for, is to find new highs. Okay, so this is Hawaiian Holdings. We saw this thing here. We stopped out of this. We were up here looking for the breakout, and then this just decided to fall asleep on us and crash, and down it went. Gap down big time. Came down here. It's been trading sideways since. And, of course, we're hoping to kind of see some recovery here. And today we closed up nicely at 3.7%. We got above the 13-day EMA, closed above the 13-day EMA. And what I've talked about is getting into this, prematurely, was to find new highs. And we hadn't been close yet. I mean, I could almost argue. Wait, why is that line all messed up? Stand by. Okay, we got a line there. Was to get above this area here. And you could argue we're making new highs right now with that. I'm not going to say that yet. But as this thing continues, we can easily look back and say we should have got in back there. But I would really like to see it actually get above the 100-day EMA, right about this area, about $20. And I've said that last couple of videos. Let this thing close above 20, and then I'd be into that. That's enough to show that this thing's come down, found support down here at 18 or so, and then slowly starting to kind of form a cup here. And if it continues up to 20, that would definitely look really nice. And so that's what I want to see. So keeping an eye on that one as well. TSM was up 3.3% today. I'm just not liking this chart. This is still on the watch list, but this is it just looks like target practice here. It's all over. It's choppy. It gaps up, gaps down. I really need to remove this off the list, I think. But you know what? It's still plugging away. So I'll keep it for now, I guess. SWKS, Skyworks, up 2.5% today. We got into this actually 2 days ago. I guess it was this weekend. I talked about having a secondary entry here. We got in down here, and we're up 14-15% on it right now. Came up to this area here, resistance, and then pulled back. And now we're climbing it and, again, finding new highs. And so that's what we had here as of Sunday, this weekend, finding new highs, and we're already up from 84 up to 87, almost 88. So another good play there. Okay. IDTI, we're in that one. It's trading sideways a little bit right now. Give it some time. Monster. Okay. Monster, I've highlighted this in the last couple of days, and this actually would have made the premium picks list here 2 days ago. I'm sorry, yesterday. But I'm hesitant because of earnings coming up. So, but I explained, hey, if you want to get into this, that's great, but earnings is only 1 day away. It actually shows 2 days away on this chart, but according to this right over here, it says 1. So, either way, I mean, you're not going to get any play before earnings. And so if you like to play earnings, well, this might be a good one for you. This is probably what's going to just send this thing off. Or it could gap down, obviously, or do nothing. So it actually made the criteria as the premium picks list as an entry, but earnings are just too close for me to get into it. So that's why I did not make the list. All right. SNCR was up nearly 2% today. Okay, so let me shoot through these a bit. UIHC. Of course, we saw this came down to this area. It doesn't really form any kind of a base or anything like that, and we're getting a bounce out of it. I'm not playing it. I'm not getting near this one right now. Just, Next PI, currently in this one, plugging away. I think we're only up 5% on this one, but this one as well. I'm looking get some strength here next couple of days and find some new highs and get above 86. Okay, BCC, not in this one. This just had earnings here, and you can see on this day, and it gapped down pretty strong, fell for a couple more days down to 35s. So we'll see if we can hold this area. You can see this area here. If you kind of zoom sideways over here, we kind of held some support in this area. But yeah. So let me shoot these. I'm not going to take long on this, but let me find a couple of these that I'm looking for. I'm keeping a close eye on. There's VRX. Keeping a close eye on for making the premium picks list here in the next day or two. Probably tomorrow, actually, in a few of these. Let me find them here. Ulta's a new one. We got in that 2 days ago, I believe. Just kind of plugging away. Or not really plugging them away, but trading sideways there. Okay, ODFL, we're in that. SLXP, we're in that. TCSO, not in that, but is doing nicely. Same typical setup. UTHR, doing well. HDB. Okay, so I'm not really quite ready for this. This kind of hits it a little bit. Just not looking very strong to me. You can see I had the resistance area here, and I pretty much set it back on this candle here. Let me zoom in. Back in this candle here. We came down, kind of hit it. Didn't get into it. Not very good. So not a lot of range in these candles. Doesn't seem very strong. But yeah, not so much right now. Let me think I just heard something. Let me check this, make sure we don't have anybody chatting or something here. Let me see. No chats. No Q&As. Okay. Okay, I thought I just heard somebody chatting. So anyway, so HDB. Okay, PanW, we're in this one. Looking good. Oh, Alaskan Airlines. Okay, so this is one. This was the one we've been watching. This thing will come down here to the 50-day EMA, 50-day moving average, not the exponential moving average. 50-day, the gold line here. And wanted to see it kind of bounce off this area, and we are holding it right now. So right now, I'd like to see it at least get above this line. I would like to see it, of course, continue to hold above the 50-day, but then start to creep up and find some new highs. You can even pull it right there, 65.80. When you can really kind of get in anywhere here. You could say back in this area, 65.13, but at least you can afford a tighter stop. I'd put a stop down here, probably about 61. You really want to play it safe, put a stop down here just under 59. I don't think you'd need to, though. But anyways, we're keeping an eye on that one. Again, it's holding that support there on the 50-day. Okay, so I'm just going to shoot through these and kind of see what we have here. So, okay. Oh yeah, EA's doing nice. Okay, disregard Chevron. Okay, LinkedIn. BDC, not yet. CTSH looks good. HSP looks good. Sarah looks good. Okay, Score. This one's kind of interesting. Certainly gapped up here and it's kind of pulled back and it's a really tight range. And so kind of a unique kind of flag cup, half cup kind of shape there we got going here. Certainly what I would like to see is this come down to this area here, hold it tight and start climbing again. So we'll have to keep a good eye on this one. This is Score, SCOR. IPGP, no position. SPR, looking good. Simpress, CMPR, looking good. ManH, we're not in this one right now. This could be a play here coming up. Again, just put that there. See if we can find some new highs here soon. PZZA is traded sideways for a bit. Actually, we made our entry and then pulled back a little bit and kind of started to fade a little bit. Now we're getting a little bit of movement out of it again. So Starbucks, no position in this one. AGN we're in, looking good. EW. Oh, okay. I thought I hit the button. EW. This one we've been watching. Now, again, this looks kind of sloppy until you kind of pull it back a bit here. Might be better if I look at the weekly, actually. And I've kind of gone over this again. We've come up, you can see we've come up to this area here. And on the weekly, I can almost even pull it back to here. Okay. Back to the daily. Yeah, so, I just kind of been trading through here. So you can see on here, I do have a trading plan already put together, kind of a thing here. So I'm showing that if I had to get in, it would be up here. It would be about 137.40. So, a good 31 cents above this high here. Let it come up to us. Let it run up. And that's where I want to see it, is to close above this area. We'll see. And so I have my stop down here at 80%, $11 down at 32.86, I'm sorry. So this one we're still waiting on. We need to get a nice pop out of here and show some movement out of this area into new ground. So that's what we're waiting for. Cavum, same kind of thing here, same setup. Kind of trading sideways a bit, find new ground, raise the bar, met it, and now we're starting to move. Jazz, okay. Vive, not liking this one. This is kind of looking like OTEX today, and I'll show you here. We'll come up to it. OTEX we stopped out today. This is kind of what OTEX did. Made our entry and then just pulled back. Kind of looking sloppy there. I mean, look at the candles. A lot of wicks on those candles. So, and we have earnings coming up. So, yeah, we'll see. MMS. Okay, this is one we're watching. Again, I want to see it above $60, close above 60. And hopefully it closes at like 60.05. And we start the next day strong because the singles go. So that's Maximus, MMS, looking for $60. Lock, we talked about this. It came down to this area here. And this was coming down. Hit it. So we can get a double bottom here. Is it going to move? If so, I would love to see it get above here, get above the 200-day, the purple line, and to bounce up a little bit and see if we can start finding some new highs. So that's Lock. LCI. Okay. This one actually did not make the premium picks list, even though I have drawing for it here, because of this upper channel here I had identified, and we've come right up to it and hit it. Because I initially set my entry here at 59.41, I think it is, maybe. But then looking back at the weekly and the daily, I saw this upper channel here, resistance, and saw it was just ahead. So even though this was a great entry, but it might come up to this area about 65 and then pull back down. Sorry, phone call. Okay, anyways, so we're still watching that one. Yeah. Okay, CERN looking good, reaching targets. Dollar Tree looking good. UA looking good. O'Reilly. Okay, O'Reilly, no position, and we're looking for new highs here. Looks like about 209 and above. So same thing. Let's get some new highs, and we'll make a nice entry there. Watching that one. Same thing with Celgene. Looks like about 124. 14. 52-week high is 125.45. So let me zoom out and find that area. You go to the weekly on this one. That's not that. It says 125.45 is a 52-week high. It's not that pivot there. Must be another one. Oh, that was obviously yesterday. Yep, that's it. Okay. Anyways, here's a better view. So I want to see it close above this area and run. So it closed at least about 125.50 or so. So Celgene is on the list. Celgene is on the list. HBI looking good. SWI looking good there. Lumina, a little indecisive there. RH, it's garbage. Amgen, watching this one. Again, you kind of breaking out of this channel, this downward sloping channel here. And let's find new highs right here, about 159, 160. So we're now just about almost over these moving averages, but let's find 160 and watch this thing start to climb again. So we're watching that. Okay, here's Apple looking good. Ross stores just gotten this the other day, Sunday night. So we had Monday and then Tuesday. Today was down 0.75, so it looks like we're back to even on that. SEMO, Bib. Okay. This one's not looking very good. It's on our watch list. ESRT not looking good. IDSX hanging in there, needs to find new highs here. ACT. Okay, I like ACT. Yep, looking good. Just plugging away. Be patient. Give it time. Okay, AFSI, no position here. UVE, nothing to see there. AKRX, looking good. HAR, I want to see HAR hit 140. Find some new highs and go. All right. There's OTEX. Okay, we stopped out of OTEX today. And, OTEX just hasn't been looking good. Let me zoom out a bit. I know it looks kind of sloppy, but we know we did have resistance up here. We finally punched through it. But, what's interesting here is you're kind of finding resistance. Kind of got this flat top here, but then you have lower lows still. It's kind of like this inverted triangle. You don't see those very often. But so far it's not proven itself very well. So it pulled me in, and you can see how high I had the entry too. Wasn't just above 60 here. I had it up at 61.20 or so. And we met that with that close there, and then it just straight on down next week after that. So it's come down and touched a 50-day. So officially we're stopped out based off that premium pick where I set my stop at 5%. We're out. So that's fine. We haven't been stopped out in a stock in a while here. So all right, and that's back all the way around. So let me see if I can shoot over and show you the premium picks list here. If I can do that. Okay, premiums. Let me make sure you can see it. All right, here, stand by. Let me switch it over to the other screen here. Come on, screen, where are you? There you are. All right. And let me shoot over to the premium picks, and we'll get a quick look at this really quick. Okay, so here we are. So the newest picks are at the top of the screen, and the earliest picks are down at the bottom. Down here, in this bunch here, these are the ones we stopped out of, and there are 11 of them. Okay, so out of the 53 stocks, we've stopped out of 11. So, yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so anyways, here, starting with back on the 21st, we got Ross stores. We're up 0.1% on that. Ulta, this was Monday. We're up 1%. So, and so on. So 3, 2.7, 2.8, 7, 2, 10, 5. VRX is looking good. We met both targets there. It's at 25% right now. SPR 10. Serves at 15 right now. And these have probably pulled back to a little bit. I know these aren't the maximums that they've reached. So let's see here. DLTQ 10, EA 18, HSP 37.8. And I know that hit 38%. PCYC, I think that hit 52% already. Yeah, its current price is 188, and it hit 195 as far as 52 weeks. So, anyways, we got a lot of really good stocks here, and overall, I think we're at like 9% for the year already, and S&P's at like 2.5. So we're doing really well. And again, it's the key to this is, if you ask me, is minimizing our losses. Having good stops, perhaps tight stops when you can afford them, and getting out when you can. Okay, so normally all my stops, I never go more than 8%. By default, I'll go 8%. Okay, so if I'm getting in, it'll never be more than 8%. And these are the 11 stocks we stopped out of. And look at them. None of them are even 8%. We've held those tight. 3%, or 3.8, 3.9, 5, 7, 6, 6, 5, 6. That's awesome. So what does that add up to? What's the average here? So the average is 5.2%. That's way better than 8. Okay, so if we have tight stops, if you can get a nice trading plan together and have a good stop, that's awesome. But then again, we're minimizing our losses. We could do this all day. So who cares? We have 11 stocks at 5% loss. We have all these, 42 of them that are averaging 9.5%, whatever it is. Let's take a look at these average. Okay. Just see here. 9.75. They went up again today. So, and those are 41 stocks. 42 stocks, whatever they add up to be. 42 stocks. So that's just awesome. So I'm really happy with that. And we're doing well there. So so far so good. Again, all this depends on the market. We got the absolute best stocks here. I love picking the best stocks I possibly can and finding the winners. And of course, a lot of them will absolutely beat the market. The market's down. A lot of these will trade sideways or up. And we're seeing that right now because I think the S&P is only up. Let me check my note way over here. I kind of have some scribbles. Let me see here. What's the S&P at? S&P is at it's not giving it to me. Anyways, the S&P was just at like 2.5% this past weekend. So, So anyways, so let me end this here and come back over to you. All right. Okay, everybody. Well, tonight was the Tuesday night happy hour. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it takes so long, but we got a lot of stocks in play. Again, 41 in play right now, and more to come. 11 we stopped out on. So, and again, the stocks continue to climb and continue to add to our list. So, really, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of stocks to play, and that's just awesome. I couldn't be more happy, and I hope you are happy with that too. We work hard to find these stocks and bring them to you, and I hope that somebody's taking advantage of them. I know we have a lot of members, but to see whether or not you're actually playing these stocks is a different thing, I guess. If you are, I'd love to hear about it. I don't expect everybody to play every stock. I don't think anybody has that kind of money, perhaps not when there's 41 stocks, unless you're got a couple $100,000 laying around. But all right. Well, thank you very much. And again, come on over to TopFlightTrades.com. If you haven't been over there before, come on over. And again, the site is evolving. It's changing. It's improving. I'm adding new features. There's a lot of new cool stuff going on right now. That's coming down the line here. So thanks a lot for being a member. Thanks a lot for watching. And we'll look for you later, and happy trading. So thanks a lot, guys. And again, this is Eric at TopFlight Trades. Thanks.